Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here. It's fun to drive up here in the Hollywood Hills. But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge.
So you guys remember him, right? The guy who cares more about his book collection than his Lamborghini? Talk about a gay nerd, am I right? He might as well have said that while having sex with a guy. But ever since that video became a meme, Tai Lopez has become rich beyond his wildest dreams. And it wasn't because he was this guru who knew how to spend his money, it was all because of that video, which got him to average over 100 million views a month.
This graph shows just how crazy his ad campaign was. He went from about 1 million views and shot up instantly to 100 million views per month.
Now these weren't normal views, and instead he essentially forced people to watch him by paying to have his video show up whenever there's an ad break. So basically you'll be watching a video about cooking and then all of a sudden
I bumped into a mentor.
Or you'll be watching a video about animals when out of nowhere.
But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things?
You could even be watching that exact video and there would still be an ad that pops up like
knowledge.
And if you guys are old enough, then you might remember the videos H3H3 did on Tai Lopez where they made fun of him.
This guy's been running his ads on YouTube like crazy, and it's turned into some phenomenon where everybody knows here in my garage guy. Now be careful, he's charming, he's persuasive, and he wants your money.
Exposed him for lying about his house.
Look at the light, the painting, the door. Look familiar? Enhance that image. The light, the painting, the door. What could it mean?
Oh yeah, he's also a fucking liar. That was the point. Yeah, he's a liar.
And then eventually got to meet him all in a 3-year span. And during their little meet and greet, it seemed like Tai actually had all this money and his video going viral just gave him some extra pocket change. Like had that video not gone as viral as it did, it looked like he would have been fine regardless. I mean, he had the Lamborghini before we even knew who he was. But what does Tai actually do? If you look at his channel, you can tell he doesn't make his money from his YouTube. And it's not like he's popular on other social media sites to where they're paying him to post stuff. So where does he get his money? Where does he get it from? Well, he's one of those people who sells an online course where he teaches you how to better your finances, mindset, and lifestyle.
So if you need money fast, I don't care how old you are, let me tell you the absolute best way. Number one, find rich person.
Like he'll teach you about his 3-step formula on how to get a Lamborghini.
Want to know a crazy secret? See that briefcase on top of the Ferrari? I'm not going to tell you everything that's in there. It's password protected. But I keep an old school notepad in that old school briefcase, and I wrote 3 things down. It's the 3-step formula.
So I'm not going to tell you what's in this briefcase, but here's exactly what's in the briefcase. My tampons that I use in my Lamborghini that I obtained with my knowledge. He'll also tell you what your school failed to teach you.
So I recorded a video on my website. I'll put a link to it. Click it. It'll take you over to my website, and I'll show you 3 very important secrets that I didn't learn until I was after high school from mentors, specifically about...
What the hell was that? Who the hell was this girl? And who the hell is this girl? And this one, and that one, and this one. They don't even look like models. Like, this is literally a sister and her friends, and he's like, can you just sit there and act like I'm teaching you what school didn't? And she's like, aren't you a college dropout? And he's like, didn't I say bring your pretty friends? And who is that? That's a guy. That's a fucking dude. I said no dudes on the plane. You see what I mean? He's basically like Andrew Tate, but for finance. And for over 10 years now, he has been getting people to invest in whatever business venture he has solely because of how viral he went. Like, I don't think you guys understand how insane going from 1 million to 100 million views monthly 10 years ago was. Yeah, he paid for the ads, but there are tons of people who pay to have their videos advertised, but none of them were able to recreate the simple video of a man in his garage. And with the recent news that just came out about Tai, it's a good thing they didn't. So on September 25th, 2025, the Security and Exchange Commission charged Tai Lopez and Alexander Murr with conducting a series of fraudulent security offerings, misusing investor funds, and making Ponzi scheme-like payments to investors. From approximately April 2020 through November 2022, the defendants raised approximately 112 million beans from hundreds of investors through fraudulent offerings. Now for those who are like, oh well, now you're gonna say that in English? You gonna want to translate that to normal speak for us? But basically what Tai did was he had this company called Rev that essentially bought failing businesses and turned them into online-only stores, basically trying to save as much money as possible so that they can profit as fast as possible. One of the businesses his company owns now that you might know of is Radio Shack, and while he might have changed up how they do business, they are still selling the most useless things anyone could sell in 2025. They still sell AM and FM radios. They have a landline phone as their top pick for what people buy. Like, their website looks like it's from 2025, but they're still trying to get rid of unsold product from 2005.
What your business does is you take brands all of us know, and in some cases all of us love, which have unfortunately died, but then you revive them. For instance, you just acquired two brands, Steinmart and Radio Shack. Anybody over the age of 20 knows at least Radio Shack.
Now, this guy is Ty's business partner, and even he's a lying scumbag.
Interestingly, Alex Mayer also has zero experience in investing or e-commerce, with his main accomplishments being a PhD, experience as a NASA scientist, and co-founding the dating website Zeusk. But looking at his LinkedIn, he never actually worked for NASA. He instead worked for the QSS Group, a small engineering company that was a contractor for NASA.
But because you need money when you want to buy other people's businesses, like it said, he got hundreds of investors to give him $112 million with the promise of a 25% annual return. Not gonna explain what that is, but I guess if you're a business bro, your dick just got hard. 25%? No, that's a crazy return. That'll increase in net worth, you know what I mean? But after getting all this money, he realized that the hard part was over. Now comes the easy part, lying. And so out of that $112 million, it says that $6 million was used to pay back other investors that he previously borrowed money from, and then $16 million of that was used for personal expenses. It doesn't say how the other $100 million was spent, but I doubt it all went into the business. I mean, just look at this dude's videos. He's on a private jet, he's at these beautiful houses. He literally bought a farm. His investors are like, my Radio Shack stock is down $200 million and you're buying a fucking farm?
How to buy a farm as an entrepreneur.
Saying how to buy a farm as an entrepreneur is like saying how to kick a ball as a soccer player. You're an entrepreneur, you fucking moron. Not even that, you're Tai Lopez. That's like Mark Cuban being like, how to buy a basketball team as an entrepreneur. Like, looking back at it now, it's hilarious how he puts out videos titled how to make a lot of money without working all the time. And nowhere in the video does he say to defraud your investors. You know what he does tell you?
Try to find an angle, a business model that you get paid to do something that doesn't feel like work to you, that you would do anyway.
No way, Ty. I was always finding jobs that pay me to do things I hate. I never knew it could be the other way around. This dude is bragging about money that isn't even his, trying to tell us that we need to find a job we like. This guy can fuck off. He bought a farm just so he has an excuse to wear a cowboy hat. Now, as of right now, Tai Lopez and his business partners have not been arrested, but when that eventually does happen and he gets proven guilty, they basically want him to pay back all the money he stole, obviously, and they also want him to be banned from running any company that raises money from the public. So basically they want him to be banned from ever doing the thing that got him to where he is now. Seems like a fair trade-off if you can't even spend the money you were given properly, and instead cared more about putting out these useless videos that only a moron would find useful. Like, dog, 10 months ago we had a video called predicting the price of Bitcoin, and it's like, you're a little too late for that. It's already at 100K, so of course he's gonna say it's gonna go up.
John McAfee said, if Bitcoin doesn't hit, I think, 1 million by 2020, who's going to cut off his penis?
Now, what's insane is that's not even what he said. John McAfee said that if Bitcoin doesn't hit 1 million by 2020, he would eat his own dick on national television. Nobody asked for or wants to see that. Please, nobody remind him about what he promised, please. But it's not like people haven't been talking about this. That one video I showed you where that guy's talking about his business partner is 4 years old. There was also this other video I found that was like 4 years old calling out Tai for selling your personal information. So the signs were there, but it's just that this video was too powerful that not even literal proof could stop him. But that's really all the information that has come out so far. Everyone is just waiting for him to be arrested so they can find him guilty so they can get their money back. But obviously, it doesn't say when that is. So until then, all these investors have to live with the fact that they just got scammed with knowledge. So tomorrow, peace.